One-day specialists Hampshire kick-started their new Yorkshire Bank 40 season by thrashing Essex by 9 wickets at Chelmsford, the victory coming with 62 balls to spare as James Vince began the competition with a scintillating century. Jimmy Adams won the toss and decided to have a bowl first, even though the surface looked a good one to bat on. His decision was perhaps made simply on wanting to chase. Rob Quiney and Tom Westley got Essex off to a solid start as this new competition got underway in ideal conditions in the southeast. Both batsmen naturally played their shots as they opened up with a partnership of 67 in 14 overs to get the good Friday night crowd behind them. Danny Briggs claimed the first wicket of this season's 40-over competition. Adam Wheater with a smart piece of stumping to remove Westley, who just lifted his back foot. Ravi Bopara was unable to celebrate his call-up into England's Champions Trophy squad. He'd made only 6 when he was bowled on the charge by Briggs. That left Essex on 85 for 2, but Quiney was impressive and he helped himself to a 70-ball half-century. Mark Patini then got the innings really moving with a 6. A shot soon matched by the Australian, who was now really looking to press on, having batted with care thus far. He'd moved on to 71 from 87 balls, but perished in the 28th over when he was bowled trying to smash Hamza Riazuddin into next week. Sean Irvine then removed Patini for 21 before he also trapped James Foster in front for 5, leaving Essex on 143 for 5 with 10 overs of their innings remaining. But that brought in danger man Graham Napier, a man who started this season really well. He was soon into his stride, launching Briggs into the distance. He was given a life on 19 as he sliced a ball from Riazuddin up and over extra cover, where Adams was unable to make enough ground to take the catch. Napier is not a man you want to give too many chances to, and he finished off the Essex innings in a hurry. A Chris Wood full toss was thumped over long on for Napier's second maximum. And Wood was going for plenty at the end of the innings. As you'd expect, the boundaries were coming thick and fast. 16 runs came off Wood's over, the 37th of the innings, while James Tomlinson was also struck for 4 fours in his next over. Essex were finishing their innings strongly and appeared to be setting an imposing total for last year's champions to chase. Greg Smith showed that he might be a pretty good baseball player by hitting a home run off Wood to the penultimate ball of the penultimate over. But the next delivery, on 47, he was yorked by Wood, leaving Essex on 236 for 6 with an over to go. Napier raced to a 28-ball 50, but perished to the last delivery of the innings, caught in the deep by Michael Carberry, as Essex ended on 244 for 7. That was a score they may well have been pleased with, but it soon looked well below par the way that Carberry and Vince responded. Essex had hit 103 off their last 10 overs, but that effort was bettered by these two batsmen in the next 10. They made a steady start, playing themselves in for the first 3 overs, before Vince, another who's made a terrific start to the summer in the Championship, opened up and played some scintillating strokes. Foster tried to switch his bowlers around, but it really didn't matter who was given the ball, as Vince treated them all the same way. By the end of the first 6 overs, Vince was already into the 40s and his side had 50 runs on the board. Carberry was a little slower in getting going, but when Sajid Mahmood was brought on for his first over as an Essex player, the batsman cut loose, hitting Mahmood out of the ground. His first over went for 14 and his second was even more expensive with 20 runs coming from it. It was not the start that the former England man had dreamt of, that's for sure. This hat-trick of boundary 4 saw Carberry explode into life. They came in the space of only 4 deliveries to leave Mahmood with the figures of 0 for 34 from his opening 2 overs. Hampshire had their 100 on the board in the 10th over, by which time Vince had completed a brilliant 50 off 27 balls. Finally, in the 17th over, Napier got the wicket of Carberry, who fell for a 51-ball 65. The openers, though, had struck 156 for the first wicket in only 17 overs, and with Vince nearing his brilliant ton, the game was just about won for Hampshire. The fabulous Vince then swung Mahmood to the mid-wicket boundary for his 15th 4 to go to an extraordinary 100 off just 71 deliveries. With 17 overs to go, Hampshire needed just 57 more to win. It was a canter here on in for the visitors, who were able to comfortably avenge their championship defeat to this same opposition earlier in the week. It was a wonderful way for Adams and his charges to start the defence of their title. Who knows just how many runs they could have scored had they batted through all 40 overs. As it was, they hadn't even got to the 30-over mark by the time that Adams hit the winning run for a comprehensive opening match victory. With Vince ending on a remarkable 129 from only 93 balls, 2 short of his career best, Hampshire had sauntered home by 9 wickets with 62 balls left in the tank. On this evidence, they again look a rather formidable one-day outfit, and they may well take some stopping this summer.